test. Check test. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for presentation of the colors and singing of our national anthem. Color Guard, parade the colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Color Guard, retire the colors. Please remain standing for a moment of reflection from Professor Emeritus Sam Teal.
Why don't you all take your seats? Hello, graduates, families, and friends. My name is Professor Teal. Many of you sitting here, you know me as Captain Teal. I'm a retired Maine Maritime Academy teacher. I am a mariner and an alumnus. I have walked where you walked, studied where you studied, and I have lived where you lived. I have 3 points to make this morning. Number one, this is not an opening prayer. This is not an invocation. In the past, and perhaps decades ago, there would have been a priest or a minister here in the room. There would have been religious words spoken. Nowadays, we say things are different. But are they really? You see, I know that many here have a personal faith and a belief that there is a spiritual component to their lives. And that's a good thing. I believe it as well. So without flowery words, and simply put, I'm going to ask for God's blessing, goodness, and guidance upon you, the graduates, in order that things would go well for you in life, relationships, and careers. You know the phrase, that doors would open for you. And you all want that, and I agree with that. You want those doors to be open. I agree. On the other hand, and this is important, sometimes it's equally important to recognize when the doors are shut and you do not try to force your way through. Not through those doors anyways. Accordingly, I think we want to ask for a good dose of wisdom and humility to distinguish which doors we should go through. Number two, as a teacher, I taught a class many years. A class was called ship handling, and I had 3 rules for ship handling. Now, there's a pretty big group of students and alumni and staff and faculty in the room who know what's coming next. And those rules were go slow, think ahead, and be patient. And for the rest of you, did you get that? Go slow, think ahead, and be patient. So what I'm hoping is that everyone here is saying to themselves, wait a minute, those aren't just rules for ship handling at the boat school. And yeah, I said boat school. I get it. That's kind of a slang word for Maine Maritime Academy. Those are rules for life. Roger that, everybody? Number 3. On behalf of the employees at Maine Maritime Academy, all of us, I want to tell you that we have been united and focused on one thing, graduates, and that is you. We have taken note of what you have accomplished. You are significant, you are respected, and you are valued. We stand impressed. Also, on behalf of the parents and the grandparents, brothers and sisters, spouses, aunts and uncles, children and family and friends, gathered here or watching online, graduates know that they are enormously and incredibly excited for you today. So graduates, it's all about you. It's all about the people that got you here, and it's all about the people that kept you here. Now, keeping all of that in mind, it is my charge to recommend a pause. This is called a moment of reflection. For you to take a deep breath, think about and remember the ones that helped you along the way, helped you stay the course, help you keep your track. Reflect and consider those people, your family, your friends, and your classmates who stood by you when things were good, and they also stood by you when things were difficult. I also invite you to remember the people in your lives who are no longer with us. I understand that. You miss them, you grieve, you wish they were here. But I am sure that they would be pleased and proud of you. Remember that their presence is in your heart. Keep them close and cherish that memory. Please join me in a moment of silence or reflection, however you choose to do it, and briefly have that time. Thank you, class of 2024. You're very special. Well done.
Thank you, Professor Teal. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the trustees, faculty, staff, and administration, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to Maine Maritime Academy for this, our 81st commencement ceremony. I hope that you can also join us for the ROTC commissioning at 2 o'clock in Delano Auditorium. Before we begin the formal part of this commencement ceremony, I would like to recognize several groups that are each important contributors to today's celebration. We thank Cassandra Lawton, a vessel operations major from today's graduating class, for singing our national anthem. We thank MMA Color Guard with Midshipman Dylan Dean, Midshipman Meredith Spots, Midshipman Allura Gabas, Midshipman Rafael Rodriguez Perez, and Midshipman Adam Rivera. We'd also like to thank the George Stevens Academy 9/8 Hunter Jazz Combo conducted by Phelan Gallagher for providing us with music. Thank you, George Stevens Academy. We have an outstanding faculty at Maine Maritime. These faculty have spent the last 4 years challenging these graduates, pushing them to new levels of understanding and appreciation, teaching them tangible skills, and celebrating their personal and academic achievement. They are justifiably proud of this graduating class. Please join me in thanking our faculty. Two of our faculty, Professor Stephen Cole and Professor Kirk Langford, are retiring after many years of service to Maine Maritime Academy. We thank them for their service. We're also pleased to acknowledge that Professor Langford has received the prestigious designation Professor Emeritus for his distinguished contributions to the International Business and Logistics Department. Professor Langford, please rise and be acknowledged. Thank you, Professor Langford, for your prize experience and expertise. All of our staff here at Maine Maritime have also played an integral role in making this campus a great place to live and study. I've gotten to know these graduates and have helped to invest in their futures. Please join me in thanking our staff. Now to begin our formal proceedings, I'm pleased to introduce President Jerald S. Paul, 15th President of Maine Maritime Academy. President Paul became President of Maine Maritime Academy on April 24, 2022. He is an engineer, attorney, and former government official. He's an alumnus of Maine Maritime Academy, graduating in the top 5% of his 1989 class with a bachelor's degree in marine engineering technology and 2 minors, power plant management and controls and nuclear engineering. After MMA, he earned a post-baccalaureate degree in nuclear engineering, conferred with high honors, and a Juris Doctor of Law, confirmed cum laude. Mr. Paul has held an unlimited tonnage U.S. Coast Guard 3rd engineer license and a Maine 3rd class engineer license. He sailed on merchant marine vessels intermittently and served as an engineering officer in the U.S. Naval Reserve. He later served as a reactor engineer on shoreside nuclear reactors. For more than 20 years, he practiced law as a member of the federal and Florida bar. President Paul was appointed by the President of the United States to serve as the Principal Deputy Administrator of the U.S. National Nuclear Security Administration, managing its 3 divisions: U.S. Nuclear Defense Programs, U.S. Nuclear Nonproliferation, and the U.S. Naval Reactors Program. Let us welcome President Paul.
Thank you, Provost Williamson, and good morning. It is a great pleasure to stand before you here with these distinguished leaders to honor the class of 2024. To the class of 2024, you have navigated the proverbial rough seas of learning and training and are now ready to begin your next chapter as professionals. To the families of these remarkable young men and women, I thank you for supporting them and the Academy on their academic journeys that have brought them to this moment. Let me welcome Maine's U.S. Senator, the Honorable Angus King. Please welcome Select Board Member Roberta Boskowitz and her husband, Bruce, Select Board Member Dan Leader and his wife, Julie, and Randy Stearns, Fire Chief, joining us from the town of Castine. Let me welcome some of our distinguished alumni joining us here this morning, including Alumni Board President William Bill Full, class of 76, Captain Douglas Harrington, representing the United States Maritime Administration, and Captain Amy Florentino of the United States Coast Guard. Also here with us is Captain Mark Conroy and his wife, Miss Joy Bueller of the Boston Marine Society, Captain Daniel Broadhurst, Chief of Staff for the Military Sealift Command, and Commodore Larry Wade, class of 64, and his wife, Deanna. Dr. Williamson and our esteemed faculty, I commend you on your leadership and guidance of these young leaders. Their successes exist in large part because of your talents and your dedication. I have every confidence that their accomplishments will bring you pride as it does me. I'd like to recognize our regimental leadership and professional crew who mentor and guide our cadets on training cruises. Commandant of Midshipmen Mark Winter, and Training Ship State of Maine Captain and Master Gordon MacArthur. Thank you and your teams for the guidance of these cadets. Professor Teal, thank you for your opening reflection. I join you in your ask for God's blessing, for God's goodness, and for his guidance to be upon those in the class of 2024. This year has been marked with great success across our campus. The state of the Academy continues to be on the rise, rising even further as our entire MMA team has achieved extraordinary gains in key goals, including enhancements to our student quality of life, increasing our enrollment to optimum levels, expanding academic programs that are synchronized with the marketplace and with student interest, greater fiscal strength through expanded sources of revenue, in multiple sectors, while being one of the few colleges in America that did not increase tuition. Expanding partnerships from the private sector and throughout our academic peers. Continued high achievement by our coaches and our students on the fields of play and competition. Expanding our athletic offerings to further complement our student-athlete experience. And planning for the arrival of a new training ship. We have continued to develop our special code of personal conduct, the Mariner Standard, as leaders in applying service over self and treating others as we would want to be treated, and guiding others in their journey to do the same. In all of these areas, our collective efforts are already showing signs of progress. Our students and our entire academy continue to take pride as well in our relationship with an extraordinary local sister, the town of Castine. Through these efforts, our academy is stronger and better positioned to continue providing this extraordinary opportunity for our students to grow in their education, their training, and their leadership, becoming successful alumni as persons of character with a high quality of life. Through these efforts, we continue to serve as Maine's leadership college. Chairman Norton and the Board of Trustees, my deepest personal gratitude to you for your support of the Academy and this administration throughout the year. Captain Doug Harrington, on behalf of Maine Maritime, thank you for being with us. Our relationship with MARAD and what it is on the horizon for us together, both of these institutions, brings me great pride. Captain Amy Florentino, Commander of the U.S. Coast Guard, Sector North New England, thank you for joining us. Your administration of the oath will be the final step in welcoming many of our graduates into what will be years of service to our nation. The 2022 report by Georgetown University ranked Maine Maritime Academy #1 among all public colleges in America for return on investment, particularly for low-income students. We are proud of that. In this year, U.S. News & World Reports ranked MMA #4, the #4 best regional college in all of the North. The work that we collectively are doing at this academy is vital to our progress as a community, vital in the public and the private sector, and to our nation's interests, including her national security. No matter what degree you leave here with today, it will serve you well, and in turn, I know, will serve your future employer, our country, and your communities well. In a moment, I'll have the great joy and pride to shake your hand as you walk across the stage and tender to you a diploma. I'll also have great pride at that moment in welcome you as an alumni, a fellow alumni of Maine Maritime Academy. Thank you, and I now introduce Mr. Wayne Norton, Chair of the Maine Maritime Academy Board of Trustees.
Good morning, everybody. What a fabulously beautiful day we've got here today for commencement. Thank you, President Paul, Provost Williamson, Senator King, fellow members of the board, faculty, staff, families, friends, and most importantly, graduates of the class of 2024. It was almost 40 years ago I sat where you sat, waiting for my diploma. I can tell you with 100% certainty that was one of the best decisions I ever made, was coming to Maine Maritime Academy, and I'm hopeful the same will be true for you. Senator King, thank you for your steadfast support of our academy, our state, and our country. It's a privilege to welcome you here, and I thank you for representing us proudly to strengthen America's national security and coordinate efforts to revitalize Maine's forest economy, advocate for the policies, and contribute to cleaner, cheaper energy and the support of U.S. veterans. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it's my honor to extend and welcome to the 81st Commencement exercises of Maine Maritime Academy. Congratulations, class of 2024. I'd like to leave you with one thought before I turn the podium over, and that is to be fearless in the pursuit of your dreams. From this day forward, be Be fearless and passionate in the pursuit of your dreams. That's my challenge to you. Best of luck. Congratulations, class of 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Norton. I now invite President Paul to introduce Senator King.
Today we are joined by a remarkable U.S. Senator and former governor of our great state. I must also add that Senator King is also a distinguished professor of leadership and noted expert on the life of another distinguished professor, Brigadier General Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain from Brewer, Maine. General Chamberlain was a highly respected and decorated Union officer who received the Medal of Honor for gallantry during the Battle of Gettysburg. On January 3rd, 2013, Angus King Jr. was sworn in as Maine's first independent U.S. Senator. Senator King joins a long line of independent leaders from the state of Maine. He is a steadfast believer in the need for greater bipartisan dialogue and relationship building among legislators. Senator King is a member of the U.S. Armed Services Committee, the Select Committee on Intelligence, the Committee on Energy and Natural Resources, and the Committee on Veterans Affairs. He has made it a priority not to miss committee hearings, earning him praise from colleagues and the reputation of being a workhorse in the U.S. Senate. In his time in the Senate, Senator King has worked to strengthen America's national security, conducted critical oversight of the nation's intelligence community, supported common sense budget priorities that promote the prosperity and reduce the national debt, fought the national opioid and heroin epidemic, coordinated efforts to revitalize Maine's forest economy, advanced or advocated for policies that contribute to cleaner, cheaper energy and mitigate climate change. He's fought to improve access to health care, worked to strengthen the government's support for veterans, and promoted increased access to critical community resources like rural broadband. In 1994, Senator King had been elected Maine's 71st governor. During his 2 terms in the Blaine House, he focused on economic development, job creation, and also achieved significant reforms in education, mental health services, land conservation, environmental protection, and the delivery of a vast host of state services. He was reelected in 1998 by one of the largest margins in Maine's history. Senator King is married to Mary Herman and has 4 sons, Angus III, Duncan, James, and Ben, and 1 daughter, Molly, and 5 grandchildren. 7 grandchildren now, and he lives in Brunswick, Maine. On behalf of Maine Maritime Academy, I take great pride in conferring upon you, Senator, the degree of science honoris causa in testimony of our admiration and respect. And I repeat, that is a Doctor of Science. Congratulations, Senator. Thank you.
It's great to be at the, is this mic working? Yes. Yeah. It's great to be at the best deal in American education. That's Maine Maritime Academy. Congratulations. And before I begin, I want to have a little bit of a serious note after that extraordinary rendition of the national anthem. If you've ever tried to sing the national anthem a cappella, you know that what we heard was pretty special. I was at a ceremony in Lincoln, Maine, up the road, some years ago for a young man from Maine who earned the Congressional Medal of Honor. And of course, at the beginning of the ceremony, as we do at all of our ceremonies and ball games and other times, we sang the national anthem. And I listened to it in a way that I never had before, and something occurred to me that had never occurred to me before I want to share with you. Our national anthem, unlike any other national anthem in the world that I know of, ends with a question. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? That's a question. And that's a question that has to be answered generation by generation by generation. And I believe the answer to the question is contained in it. The land of the free and the home of the brave. As long as we're the home of the brave, we'll be the land of the free. So I just want you to think about that the next time you hear the national anthem at a ball game or the high school sports event or whatever. Now, I have to begin by wishing you happy Star Wars Day. More of you got that than I thought. May the 4th be with you, right? So here we are. The president shaking his head. Did you see that? Come on. Okay, this is not going to be a typical speech with a beginning, a middle, and an end. It's 10 things I wish somebody had told me when I was 22. Okay? Now, the cool thing about this is you'll know exactly where we are in the speech because I'm the only person standing between you and graduation. So when you know when we get down to 7 or 8, we're almost there. Okay, number 1. Take more risks. I'm convinced the biggest thing that holds us back in life is ourselves. It's that little man that sits on your shoulder and says, you can't do that. You can do that. Do you realize there's a multi-million-dollar industry in this country putting erasers on pencils? That means it's okay to make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes every now and then, you're not trying hard enough. You're not pushing, you're not reaching your potential. Wayne Gretzky, the great hockey player, once said, I miss 100% of the shots I don't take. Think about that for a minute. If you don't take the shot, you'll never have a chance. Now, when I say take more risks, I don't mean stupid. I don't mean, getting on a motorcycle with a case of beer. No. The senator did not advise that. Okay, let's be clear. But what I mean is, reach out and try to do things that are beyond you think may be beyond you. That's what I'm talking about. If you were a baseball player and made an out 2 out of 3 times, you'd be making a couple of $1 million a year. The best baseball player hits about 300. That means they make an out 2 out of 3 times. And the piece of advice that I was given when I was just about your age, and for some reason I think it was in New Hampshire. I don't know what I was doing there, but anyway, an old man looked at me and he said, when you get to be my age, you're going to regret things about your life. See that you regret the things you did and not the things you didn't do. You see what I'm saying? By the way, I'm talking to these folks here. You all can listen or do your email or whatever. I'm talking to these guys. See that you regret the things you did and not the things you didn't do. In other words, err on the side of action. Okay, number 2. Attitude really is everything. It makes all the difference. If you have a positive attitude, positive things happen. If you think things are bad, they're going to be bad. I used to, when I ride my Harley Davidson, what we learned was you're riding along, if you look in the ditch, you'll go in the ditch. You have to have a positive attitude. There's a couple of little boys on Christmas morning. One of them went downstairs. There was a big pile of presents. He was happy. He was delighted. And he pulled open, he opened all his presents, and threw all the paper and everything. And he looked up at his mother and said, "Is this all?" You may know that kid. There's another kid that comes down. There's a little pile of horse manure in the corner. He's excited. He's bouncing off the wall. He can't control himself. His mother said, "Why are you so excited?" He said, "Because I know there's a pony in here somewhere." That's attitude. And you've had this experience. You go into a restaurant and the server comes up and you say, "How's the meatloaf?" "It's great. The chef, it's one of his specialties. We're doing great with that and everybody loves it." You'll go into the same restaurant a few days later, get a different server. "How's the meatloaf?" "I don't know." It's all about attitude. My church in Brunswick, St. Paul's Church, in 1 week, I had dinner together. My wife and I had dinner with 2 of our parishioner friends. And at the first one, the fellow said, "Angus, I'm sorry to tell you, but we're leaving St. Paul's Church." said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What's the problem? He said, well, it's just not a very friendly place. Nobody talks to us after the service. We don't feel we're part of this community. Nobody pays any attention to us. And so we're going to go somewhere else. Later on in the week, we had dinner with another parishioner who, by the way, was on a ship at Bath at the time. And he said, Angus, you know what we really love about St. Paul's Church? I said, no. He said, it's so friendly. We love the church. Everybody talks to us. It's just great. It was the same church, the same preacher, the same liturgy, the same hymns. The difference was attitude. Attitude makes all the difference. Okay, number 3. You all are headed out into your first jobs. Treat your first job as if it's the most important you'll ever have. Because what you're doing is making an impression. And it doesn't matter if it's not a big fancy job. You're not going to be VP, you're not going to be captain of a ship, but you're going to have an opportunity to make an impression, to do something that will be the building block for the next job and the next job and the next job. I'll tell you one quick story about a kid who had a job. He worked in a political campaign, in a presidential campaign, who lost, by the way. But anyway, his job was to be the Xerox kid, to make copies, you know. He was 18 years old. His job was, okay, kid, go make a copy and bring it back. He was the best Xerox kid they ever saw. He came early, stayed late, always was good making the copies, did what everybody said. He took the initiative, found ways to give more information to the candidate. And okay, his candidate lost. 2 or 3 years later, another guy gets elected. And one of the people he worked with when he was doing the copying remembered and said, we need somebody down here to help us. Let's find that kid that was so good working with us up in Boston. And so they brought him down to Washington, and within a year and a half, this kid was this personal assistant to the chief of staff of the President of the United States. Because he was really good initially with making the impression of doing the lowliest job. I know that story is true because that's my oldest son. And he got that job. It didn't have anything to do with me. It had to do with the fact that he made the impression. So treat your first job as if it's the best you'll ever have. Now, I'm not going to jump off the stage and come back, but I'd like to. But here's number 4. Have a really good handshake. And here's my rule for handshakes. Give me 7. What is that? Give me 7. 5 fingers, 2 eyes. Eye contact. Here's a scientific fact. This has been demonstrated by a lot of studies and all of those kinds of things. Every interview is over in the first 15 seconds. The impression you make in the first 15 seconds, you're either in or you're out. Now, you can maybe crawl back through some special qualities, or you can screw it up. But by and large, the social science research is people make up their mind in the first 15 seconds. What's the first thing that happens at an interview? A handshake. So make that handshake firm and make eye contact and communicate that you care, that you're interested, that you want to know what these folks are doing. So don't just slouch into that interview. That handshake, give me 7, can make all the difference in where you go from here. Okay, number 5, see, we're halfway there. Number 5, there is no such thing as a geographic or material cure. If you're not happy in Castine, Maine, or Bangor, Maine, or Denver, Colorado, or wherever it is, you're not going to cure that by going somewhere else. Oh, if I just get into New York, then I'll be happy. No. Happiness is something you carry around between your ears. So don't expect that a change of geography is going to make everything all better, or buying something. There's no such thing as a material cure. You know, you think, oh, if I just have a convertible, then I'll be cool, I'll be happy. I have to say, my Harley Davidson's given me a lot of pleasure, but no such thing as a material or a geographic cure. Number 6, Be honest even if it hurts. Be honest even if it hurts. Because your reputation, your good name, is all you've got in the end. Everything else can be taken away from you in one way or another. It's your reputation, it's your good name, it's when people believe they can trust you, that's the single most important thing you own. And you can give it away. Nobody can take it from you, but you can give it away. It's like sculpting in concrete. I don't know if any of you have worked with concrete, but it's very mushy and soft and easy to manipulate when it's just out of the mixer. But then it gets hard as hell, and you can't do a thing with it without a jackhammer. Well, that's what happens with your reputation. If you diminish it, if you give it away, it's very hard to get it back. Be one of those people who everybody trusts. Be one of those people that everybody trusts. And there'll be times when you don't want to fess up. You don't want to admit that you made a mistake. You don't want to admit that you did something wrong. Be honest even if it hurts. That's one of the most important values that I think you can carry with you. Number 7, always carry a $20 bill folded up somewhere on your person. Hide it in the bottom of your wallet, in your shoe, wherever, because you're going to need it. You're going to need that emergency backup. I promise you're going to. You start doing it tomorrow, and within a month, you're going to say, "Thanks, Senator King, here's my 20. Now, I once gave this advice to a medical school class. I told them it should be a $100 bill, but with you, a 20. And I do it. If you look in my wallet right now, there's a little 20 folded up, and about once a month, once every 6 weeks, I forget to go to the ATM. By the way, your parents are not an ATM, just so you know. But always take it, one of the 20s and fold it up and stick it somewhere, and you'll have it when you need it. Okay, that's number 7. Number 8, very straightforward. When in doubt, don't get married. Those people in the back, by applauding then, are telling you something. And what I mean by that is, I'm not saying don't get married. The key phrase is when in doubt. Because marriage should be a lifetime commitment. And a wonderful commitment. But if it isn't right, don't do it. Wait. Make sure it's right, because it is a lifetime commitment. And ladies, he's not a project. Okay? If you don't love him like he is, you ain't going to fix him. All right, when in doubt, don't get married. Number 9. Don't write or post anything on the internet that you don't want your grandmother to see on the front page of the Bangor Daily News. I have really bad news for the class. Employers know how to use Google. I know people that have lost jobs. They had great interviews, everything was good, their handshake was good, they did all of that, and then there was something really stupid that they posted, And so you've got to stop and think about that. I literally think about that. I don't send emails or anything without thinking, how will this look if it gets out, if it's out in the public? Because it may well be. So don't post anything, pictures, comments. You have no idea how many people's lives have been screwed up by indiscriminate posting on the internet. It ain't private. Okay? Here's number 10. And this harks back to the remarks that we've already had. Take care of your friends and family. In the end, they're all you got. You're going to have tough times in your life. You're going to have times of illness and of problems in your family or whatever. You're going to need those people to be with you. But if you need them, then you have to be with them before the time comes. The Beatles If you don't know the Beatles, go to Spotify and put in Beatles. You all do, but maybe they don't. They had it right. They had a formula. The formula was, the love you get is equal to the love you give. Pretty straightforward. And in the end, you're going to need your friends and family. And here's another example. A couple of years from now, 2 or 3 years from now, one of your classmates is going to say, hey, I'm getting married in Chicago. Can you come? And you'll say, oh, man, Chicago, that's a long way, airfare, all that kind of stuff. Go. Be with them. Be there for them. Not just because you want them there for you, but because that's the right thing to do. That's what makes life worth living. Family and friends, in the end, are the most important thing. And finally, Godspeed to the Mariners of 2024.
Thank you, Senator King, for those very wise words. Thanks, man. I would now like to introduce Captain Mark Winter, Commandant of Midshipmen. Captain Winter.
It is my pleasure and honor to introduce Captain Amy Florentino, the commanding officer of Coast Guard Sector Northern New England. Captain Florentino directs all Coast Guard missions across Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and portions of northeastern New York. Captain Florentino oversees 20 Coast Guard field units and cutters across the 4-state region, exercising authority granted by federal law and regulation as captain of the port, federal maritime security coordinator, officer in charge of marine inspection, and federal on-scene coordinator. Captain Florentino has held multiple staff and operational leadership positions, including as serving as the commanding officer of 2 U.S. Coast Guard cutters. Captain Florentino was raised in Norwich, Connecticut, and commissioned through the United States Coast Guard Academy, receiving her commission and degree in 1999, earning a Bachelor of Science degree in Operations Research. She also earned a Master's in Business degree from the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire. It is my honor to introduce my friend to administer the Merchant Marine Oath. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Amy Florentino.
Senator King, President Paul, Captain Winters, thank you very much for being here. The oath of the Merchant Marine Officer is brief, but its brevity does not reduce its significance as a solemn commitment to the high ideals and standards of the profession in which you are embarking. The historical roots of this oath are found in an act of Congress from 1840, which was passed to address the alarming number of marine casualties. The rigorous licensing standards that you've met resulted in part from this early legislation. And the men and women who've met these standards in the past have a long and proud history of service in support of our nation's vital peacetime commerce and military logistics support in times of war. The U.S. Coast Guard continues to oversee the standards in protecting the safety of U.S. licensed mariners. The administration of the oath marks both an ending and a beginning. You're ending 4 years of preparation during which you were taught and have demonstrated leadership, personal commitment, and technical competence. You've taken rigorous licensing exams, and now you're about to begin a lifetime of challenges and continued personal growth, during which time you'll undoubtedly call upon these skills that you've developed here at Maine Maritime Academy. Will those taking the oath for the unlimited and limited Coast Guard license please stand? Please raise your right hand. Listen to the Merchant Mariner's Officer's Oath as I read through it its entirety. Upon concluding, I'll ask you to respond with a hearty I do, which reflects your fidelity to the oath, your accomplishments, and your class unity. The oath reads as follows. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully and honestly, according to the best of my skill and judgment, and without concealment and reservation, perform all duties required by the laws of the United States. I will faithfully and honestly carry out lawful orders of my superior officers on board a vessel. If you swear to this oath, say I do. I do. Congratulations to the licensed mariners of the class of 2024. May you always have fair winds and following seas. Congratulations.
Thank you, Captain Florentino, and congratulations to all students. Will the candidates for the Master of Science degree please rise? President Paul, in the presence of the faculty, I present to you the candidates for the Master of Science degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, Maine Maritime Academy, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Master of Science with all of the rights and privileges thereto pertaining.
To those receiving the Master of Science degree, please come forward when your name is called.
Nathan Boyan. Sierra Lynn Bussell. Bradley Stewart Danielson. Jennifer R. DeMarco. Samantha Lynn Houston. Paul Tyrone Kenny. Roxana Elizabeth McGregor. Brooke Jean Carlton Wagstaff.
Will the candidates for the Associate of Science degree please rise? President Paul, in the presence of the faculty, I present to you the candidates for the Associate of Science degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Maine Maritime Academy, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associate of Science with all of the rights and privileges thereto pertaining.
To those receiving the Associate of Science degree, please come forward when your name is called.
Walker J. Bollier. Garrett Parker Brown. Jeremy T. Claywell. Travis T. Frechette. Jason L. Garnett. Paul W. Greenfield. Noah G. Jalbert. Tristan R. Klemansky. Moses E. Mathis. Walter F. Shea. Nicholas Fletcher Chavez Tinney.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please rise? President Paul, in the presence of the faculty, I present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree.
Make them wait a little bit longer. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Maine Maritime Academy, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all of the rights and privileges thereto pertaining.
Please be seated. It is customary to present our first diploma to that Bachelor of Science degree recipient with the highest grade point average. Our valedictorian, Caden William Matson, please come forward to accept your diploma. Will the rest of those receiving the Bachelor of Science degree please come forward when your name is called? Several members of today's graduating class are competing for the North Atlantic Conference Lacrosse Championship immediately following our ceremony. In true Mariner spirit, their classmates graciously allowed them to follow Mr. Matson. Thank you, Mariners. All right.
Oliver Anderson Bird. Noah M. Carmahalis, cum laude. Jared Dignan, cum laude. Zachary Thomas McCarthy. Riley Jake Morin. Garrett M. Ruskowski. Daniel Stash, magna cum laude. Carter P. Alexander. Evan Albert Allen, summa cum laude, Shield Scholar. Tyler Ray Alley. Caitlin Marie Anair. Damian J. Arsenault, cum laude. Bryson Thomas Bailey. Nicholas Barisi. Hannah Marie Beal, cum laude. Hunter F. Beal. Connor Wyatt Bollier. Cole Anderson Benavides. Tristan L. Black. Caleb K. Bagdanovich. Maximilian J. Bagdanovich. Samuel Bowles. Aiden Ivan Brown, cum laude. Colby Stephen Brown, magna cum laude. Hunter N. Brown. O'Neill E. Brown. Justin R. Belinsky, magna cum laude. Jeffrey A. Burns II, magna cum laude. Dawson K. Byers, magna cum laude. Mickey Thomas Calderwood. Ed Francis Cameron. Elizabeth Mitchell Cashman, cum laude. Darby Catherine Sandoma. Morgan J. Chappett. Jace Howard Conley Chouinard. Phoebe Eiley Sherney, summa cum laude, Shield Scholar. Robert Maxwell Freedom Clark. Brandon M. Coates. Colby Lynn Collings. Thomas Will McIntyre Conlug, cum laude. William Andrew Corsella, summa cum laude. Drayton W. Coyle. Dawson T. Kreitchley. Chase A. Crockett, magna cum laude. Andrew S. Daigle. Nicholas Davis, cum laude. Pearson DeLoe. Dylan E. DeRoche. Robbie Dick III. Maxwell R. Dingle, cum laude. David Cameron Dingley. Declan Thomas Drew. Bennett Pryor Dunstan, magna cum laude. Megan Bridget DeRay, magna cum laude. Samuel Christopher Edberg. Curtis Joshua Edgerton. Nathan Eric Emons. Patrick T. Essex. Jackson A. Fackler. Stuart Fenn Farnham, magna cum laude. Benjamin R. Fitzpatrick. John T. Fitzpatrick. Noel D. Flannery. Xander Wolf Fortuna Ramos. Colby D. Fournier. Brandon Marcus Gagne, magna cum laude. Robert Francis Gilman. John Gilpin. Keegan McGregor Groover, magna cum laude. Keegan R. Haley, magna cum laude. Colby M. Hanscom. Samuel J. Harmon. Olivia J. Harriman, magna cum laude. John Edward Hassett. Jack S. Hermanson. Dylan T. Hiltz, magna cum laude. Logan Richard Hiltz, magna cum laude. Nicholas Himmelwright. J. Nicholas Hinson, summa cum laude. Nalu Ho, magna cum laude, Shield Scholar. Sydney Hodgson, magna cum laude. Corey Francis Holmes, cum laude. Asa Ryan Honey, Jr. Sierra Leanne Hoop, summa cum laude. Griffin P. Horn. Christopher Michael Ireland. Dawson Avery Walker Jones. Maya Grace Jones. David Thomas Jordan. Finn Laverty Jordan, magna cum laude. Brantley D. Kane, magna cum laude. Jesse T. Carnes, cum laude. Rowan Wolf Christen, summa cum laude. Cassandra R. Laughlin, magna cum laude, Shield Scholar. Edward Acton Lenz. Derek J. Long, cum laude. Logan Scott LaPosser. Kyler Haddon Lowell, summa cum laude. Samuel Isaac Luce. Elliot T. Lyle. Bradley J. Manzo, magna cum laude. Russell Mark Marinari, summa cum laude. John Royal Markley. Madeline Ann Martin, cum laude. Logan Thomas Mathias, cum laude. Scott Tanner McGlowan, magna cum laude. Zachary Blaine McKechnie. Zachary A. Mercier. McKenna Olivia Middleton, summa cum laude. Andrew J. Minery, magna cum laude. Aubrey Elizabeth Mitchell, cum laude. Landon Heath Nichols. Marcus Cullen Nichols. Christopher R. Parmenter, summa cum laude. Lucas Alice Patchell, cum laude. Seth A. Pellerin, cum laude. Aaliyah D. Pelletier, cum laude. Caleb M. Pelletier, magna cum laude. Tyler James Pelletier. Thomas Allen Philbrook. Sam Joseph Potts, Shield Scholar. Tyler James Preble. Luke Carpenter Prescott. Colin Peter Protzeller. Olivia Pye, cum laude. Wolfgang Hollis Higgins Redmond. Ryan A. Reed. Holly Reeder Morning. Callista Grace Reese. David Michael Riley. Ode Riscala. Evan Pritchard Rocha cum laude. Riley D. Roderick, cum laude. Chandler D. Rollins. Philip G. Rossborough. Valentine Serbin, magna cum laude. Joseph P. Shea, summa cum laude. Peter Alexander Shelton, summa cum laude. Brennan H. Shiverick, magna cum laude. Kaylin A. Sims. Dean Michael Smeda. Ryan Smith. Ethan F. Snowman. Isaac M. Sobey. Zachary Forrester St. Germain. Tony K. Steindorf. Noelle Anna Tavares, summa cum laude. Josephine Whitney Tootin, magna cum laude. Adam G. Thompson. Travis Carter Thompson. Robert Spencer Tomlinson. Jessica Lynn Trevette. Mason Michael Trottier. Colby Van Decker, summa cum laude. Sander Ives von Hollander, summa cum laude. Jenna Ray Willard. Chelsea R. Williams, summa cum laude. Benjamin R. Wilson, cum laude. Jade Elizabeth Wiltsey. Megan Elise Wimpfheimer. Seamus Winning, summa cum laude, Shield Scholar. Elijah R. Eaton, summa cum laude. Zachary Taylor York. Jennifer Ann Sprialfi, summa cum laude, Shield Scholar. Cole Edward Zidell, cum laude.
Thank you.
To those wearing a cap and gown that have just received your degree may now flip your tassel. Josephine Whitney Tootin, president of the graduating class, will now lead the class in a farewell chair. Josephine?
I propose 3 cheers for those we leave behind. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2024. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you.
Basically, I think we don't run in a rush because the bus isn't even here, but let's just get everything out there by the brisket corner.